froze. Cold night in the winter, how it goes. Sorry that I fall away sometimes. Sorry that I fall away sometimes. Yeah, yeah. The end. Got to end it all on the weekend. Sorry that I feel that way sometimes. Sorry that I feel that way sometimes. Oh, oh, yeah. You don't really wanna know me. Hanging in the corner with a nosebleed. High on whatever they sold me. That's the old me, yeah. 6 years later trying to find me. Still trying to figure out the mind piece. Looking for the love inside me, inside me. Sometimes, don't know why I feel that way sometimes. Yeah, yeah. The end. Think how we can say that on the weekend. Funny how I kinda like this life. Funny how I kinda like this life. Now I like this life.
Where you look, where you touch, where you feel, yeah. Where you look, where you touch, where you feel, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Can we talk about me and you? Can we talk about the truth? I wanna know, I wanna know. Can we talk about me and you? Can we talk about me and you? Can we talk about the truth? I wanna know, I wanna know. Can we talk about me and you? Can we talk about me and you? Can we talk about me and you? Can we talk about the truth? I wanna know, no, I wanna know. Can we talk about me and you?
Where you look, where you touch, where you feel, yeah. Where you look, where you touch, where you feel, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Where you look, where you touch, where you feel, yeah. Where you look, where you touch, where you feel, yeah.
Testing. Working fine. All right. Welcome. How's everybody doing? Let's check everything is looking good. Audio seems to be fine. The stream is kind of stuck. Okay. Well, this is strange. Let's do this. Refresh it. Let's see. Stream health. Low latency. Yeah, sure, that should be fine. Dig it up. Okay. 391, 44, 44. So we're coming up. Let's have a look. See. Beautiful. What's up, Diggs? How's it going, buddy? Welcome to the stream. We're gonna get started in about a minute or two for the pre-market analysis. Just creating my watch list. I'm gonna go through the watch list, what I think is interesting for today, what we're gonna be trading. Okay. BIOR. Hooey. Okay. Okay. We are also seeing some bounce coming into the, since SPY has been bouncing a little bit, we are seeing a bounce coming into Bitcoin cryptos as well. So as you can see, coin, for example, we've been having some dead cat bounce. I still believe this might be dead cat bounce, but we'll see. But yeah, all these Maras and Riots, they're gonna start to bounce as well, as you can see. Riot, yeah, Riot has much better reaction to the bounce. Much relative strength is there definitely. So if Bitcoin starts to really sort of be in play and starts to work its way up, then yeah, might as well keep on these names like Mara, Riot, Coin. There's plenty other, but mostly these three are the dominant ones. So okay. Okay. What do we have for gappers? I'm just finishing the watch list. Oh, quite a bit of a gapper, huh? Alright, let's have a look at LIPO. LIPO is gapping up. Why? Okay, that's phase 2. Don't need to know anything else as much as something else. Other news catalysts are fine, but these phase 2, phase 1, phase 3, they're pretty much quite default news basically. And if you don't know what phase 1, phase 2 trials are for biotech companies, just Google them, guys. You will know more details on them. Okay, so that's gapping up. It's already looks like it wants to fade off, to be honest. It's actually gapped up to the highs of at least 670s. So we're talking all the way up till here, right? Gaps up and then starts to fade off now. We're trading right now at 523. This is the daily chart, so 523 is around here. So I'm kind of expecting this to be drifting all day, probably closing the gap. So I'll be looking into maybe trying to short this one if the borrows are good. So that is a good one to short. And the other one we have is B1. B1 has a nice daily. It's actually starting to bounce, kind of like a nice little reversal on BWEN. And it's actually gapping up and is holding its gap up strength. So 350 seems to be an area we can sort of start to make a decision whether the stock is gonna stay up or down. So if it does break that 350, I'll be worried. Or 360, sorry, 355 all the way to 365s. If it does break down from there, then we might see some fade off. But as long as this holds, I think this has potential to go. I haven't even looked at the news yet, but I'm just looking at the price action. Seems strong at this point. All right, so that catalyst is good on this one. So it's a deal of 175 million in new tower orders from leading global wind turbine manufacturer. So it's a really good fundamental based catalyst. So the catalyst is quite strong. So it's quite valid for this gap to be happening and plus more. So this is the only gapper I'll be looking into, maybe longing or trying to take some long positions on it. BWEN. Good catalyst, gaps up, holds its gap, although lower priced, but I like the daily as well. It's starting to pick up, so there's some volume that's picking up. Volume is really not that good, to be honest. I don't this volume is really low. Daily average volume is very low, but today's volume, I mean pre-market volume, is we're looking at 5.5. So 5.5 million volume. So we're looking at it from completely different volume to what we're seeing recently. So there's definitely in play, and we're going to keep an eye on this one. Possible long-in opportunities will be there on this BWEN. Looks good. I like this. Bior, I already put it on the list. Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. It's already faded off. Oh, beautiful here. Comes down under 7. This was a really nice one. I think this probably is done now. There's no point. It's gapped up all the way to 9.4 highs post market, and pre market it went to 850s, 875s, and then basically since then it's been drifting off, and with some really heavy price action. As you can see, it's just dropped. It really dropped and didn't even sort of pull back to any EMAs or the VWAP. So volume huge, picked up with this drop. So people are bailing on it. BIOR. So that's pretty much done. I probably wouldn't be trading it. I was kind of hoping, I was looking at it from this area here when I was keeping it on the watch. I was hoping that this will play around 8 and then will start to fade off later. that I can take advantage of, but it didn't. It actually faded off way earlier than I thought. So now it's too late for me to act on that. And if I wanted to take short now, obviously that's big massive chase, and it's just silly to be chasing it now. In fact, there might be a bounce coming into it now. All right, I'm gonna remove BR. We have BY. That is gapping up, I believe. Gapping up at 224 to 263. Ranges there. When it comes to percentage, it is there, but that's just the price action though. I just don't like the price action. Bounce coming in. Is this the earnings bounce? They haven't beaten the earnings or anything. Estimated was minus 2.38. That's and then the actual is minus 4.3. That's even worse, right? So that's not good for the company, but it's gapping up somehow. Maybe people were anticipating even worse than 4.3, minus 4.3. Yeah, strange. This is very strange. The way it's trading, I probably wouldn't be trading it, although the volume is there. It's just that it looks a bit too sus to me. Yeah, bankruptcy looming over. Yeah, so not gonna touch it. All right. Let's have a look at the others. FRTX. FRTX. Nope, his gaps up, comes back down, fills the gap, all done, dusted. You can't touch that now. It's done its thing. GSUN almost the same. HOWL pretty much the same. LASE pretty much the same. HKD we've been looking at for the last 2-3 days or a week is pretty much bouncing, and then this one I'm keeping on my watch on the main watch because it's gapped up. It's trying to find the strength, and it's just fading off very strongly. So for the past 2-3 days it's been fading off. We might see some bounce coming into this one, and if I do see some decent bounce coming in, I might be able to short this as it starts to give us better price to short. I'm not looking to long this, so probably as it starts to run, as it starts to make new highs, if it starts to actually reject from certain levels like 17s for yesterday's highs, then I will definitely look into shorting possibilities on this one. Yes, sir. Yeah. So I'm kind of interested in this. If it does pop towards that 17, I will be looking to short this thing. Okay, 15 also is an area to watch in this one. Why? Because 15 could be a deciding factor where if it starts to take off, if it starts to take that 15 to the downside and starts trading under it, we could say that this is already fading off now and carrying with the momentum that we've been seeing, which is basically a gap fill attempt to 10s, right? So we've got a lot of room towards 10s, and it's already coming down. Look, I mean, this double top on the pre-market, it's not even a level. It's just created a level here, intraday, pre-market, and it's rejecting off of that. I doubt that it's going to take this out, guys, so I will probably watch that 15 area as well. If it does start to break that, I might look into shorting HKD as well. So that's HKD. I don't see anything else. I'm just going to post a watch list, guys. If you do see anything, let me know. But that's all I see right now. I'm going to post a watch list on Discord. And if you haven't joined, please do join the Discord. Let's just put that watch list there, and you will see it right over here. So as you can see, every day the watch list gets posted. These are watch lists from every single day that I stream, and today's watch list, here we go. All right, so watch list FRO, HKD, SPY is always there anyway, CVAC, SHC, FUTU. Don't get it the wrong way, guys. Don't misunderstand me when I say ticker name. LIPO is the gapper, BWEN is also the gapper, and FRO. These three are the gappers that I'm watching. Amongst these, I believe the BWEN was the main interesting one for possible long opportunities, right? Yeah, was this the one? Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, this is the one. So I'm watching this level. If this level breaks, I'm going to give up on the longs on it. And if it doesn't, if it holds and starts to creep back up, then yeah, this is going to be a good opportunity for possible longs. LIPO is a possible short here right now. Right now looks very good for a short towards that gap fill attempt. So we've got a huge room. We've got a huge room until the next level, right? It's kind of like a void. Right, this is the room that it can go to. So yeah. And then FRO. FRO basically, I kind of was trying to trade it yesterday because it was on my shorting plan. Just breaks this level that I was watching, carries on. I missed the entry here, so kind of waited for the pullback. A decent pullback happened towards the VWAP and this level here. And then we tried a few times, very, very small loser on it. And then it was a good trade because managed to read the price action as it wasn't doing much. And it was trying to sort of creep back up. As you can see, every time it goes down, makes a higher low, higher low, higher low. So that's kind of sort of giving you a hint. You may want to exit this early instead of just holding on to your main trade for 1 hour loser, potential 1 hour loser, which would have been here somewhere for me. So very small loser on this one. Maybe that wasn't the day where it actually faded off. Maybe I got the timing wrong. But today it's already gapping down. So weakness is there. So I'm watching this. If it starts to give us some opportunity, this will be also on the short bias list. That's pretty much it. I think there's not many others that I'm watching. What's up, Oasis? Welcome, buddy. How you doing? Welcome. All right, let's get rid of the drawing tools, the drawing set. All right, so I am going to be quickly checking some other stuff, guys. Just bear with me. I've got some other scanners that I want to check. Right. Okay. Let's have a look. Just gonna concentrate on the daily on this one. Baba's already gone. JD was a really nice one. It still is a possible. Billy was the one that I missed. If you remember, Oasis, I was mentioning Billy on this day, and in fact, yeah, I believe it was this day, and I kind of missed it over to 25.50 or something like that, and it's already looking good. Netflix looks not too bad actually. So HHC also I kept. Yeah, this has quite strong fundamentals. Yesterday I traded this for some decent trade there, but then again I'm a bit disappointed in what I did yesterday on SHC, because and the pre-market I was mentioning this, guys, this has good fundamentals. This got a huge deal or a huge sort of cash flow in it. 408 million is not a joke number, especially for these kind of names. So it had that cash flow in it, and that's a change of fundamentals, guys. That's a big change of fundamentals. So if you do trade long for these kind of massive catalyst stocks, you want to give that as much room as you can, especially for your runner. So I had quite a decent partials, yes, for this runner. It was a big mistake. Now I'm not looking at it from the hindsight perspective. Yes, it's gone up. I just didn't follow the pre-market rule or pre-market plan, which was to, if you are going to get into this one, make sure you have a runner to let it run. And I was just talking about it, and it completely skipped my mind that this had a big catalyst that can have a huge follow through. So be careful shorting this thing. SHC, it might look extended, but they can they're very strong. These can go for days, so be very careful shorting these kind of strong catalyst stocks. That's the only thing I would be concerned about when it comes to overextended shorts, right? FUTU is also on my watch. This thing happened yesterday. Just goes crazy, takes out the pre-market high, and then just hangs around, slowly drifts down to mean reverse to VWAP, and then just dies down. The volume just dies. I was short biased on it for the last 2 days. In fact, I've been shorting this for the last 2 days. Yesterday I missed a really decent short on it, very nice short. Previous day, I believe on Monday, we took a short on it, really nice short. So these 2 red days, we've been looking into shorts on it. Now, since this happened with huge volume, right, and it didn't actually drift down anything under VWAP, it actually held this gain from this move, right? So that's kind of telling me, this thing has some strength behind it. This might have another continuation to the upside. So that's why I'm keeping it, just in case if it starts to take out the clear levels of 48s right there. This might give us some opportunity for longs. So we talked about FRO. Possible shorting opportunity on this one. HKD is also shorting opportunity because, as I said, I was watching 15 and 15 is already getting taken out and now it's looking weak. As long as it stays under 15, so I'll be short biased on it. CVAC is also, overextended quite a bit. Like we're talking 650s, 660s all the way to 1260s. That's 100% move almost. If you consider obviously the pre-market move, that's more than 100% move. Now is drifted down under VWAP. Not much volume at this point, but it's nicely hugging that 200 EMA. If this was really good volume, I'll probably look to short. This is 1M200 strategy that's in play right now, especially under 13s. Very tight stop, but it's not the market open. It's pre-market low volume. So we'll keep an eye on this one for possible shorting opportunities, because the daily, look at this daily. We've got almost from 6s all the way 100% move without any pullback. Without any pullback. That's the clue here, guys. So we are kind of anticipating a pullback today, if not tomorrow, if not the next day, if not next week. So try to catch something big. That's CVAC. His SHC. SHC, as I mentioned, be careful shorting this thing. If anything, look for longs, which I'm going to be doing. That's the only thing a bit not clear on the daily. FUTU again for possible long opportunities. So we've got SHC and FUTU. Those two are possible long opportunities, and then the rest that you see on the watch list is possible shorting opportunities, right? And from the gappers, this one is shorting opportunity. I'm short biased on it for a fade off for all-day fader towards that level 330 LIPO. And BWEN, this also I'm long biased as long as this level holds. That level needs to hold. 3.6 is here. Yeah, so this area that we are looking at, 3.6 to 380s, from this to all the way this area, this whole area that is congesting from is this area daily level. So it's understandable that it's doing that. There might be a lot of orders there, but if this gets taken out again, it'll be a shorting opportunity, but I doubt. Here's the thing, I would rather this to be taking out these levels, the 380s. If it takes 380s and stays above 380, guys, then we have a stock that can actually squeeze. And it's got a catalyst. It's not like it's gapping up without a catalyst. This got a real catalyst behind it. Not the greatest, obviously, but not fake either. So the company announced the receipt of approximately 175 million in new tower orders from leading global wind turbine manufacturers. So their business basically is making money. Has made 175 million in paper basically. So a good catalyst behind it. Decent catalyst. So if I'm going to be longing, it will probably be this BWEN. And also we had SHCFUTU. What about our FRO? We talked about FRO anyways. Yeah. So it's quite balanced today, guys. We have got some balance on the short and the long side. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 shorts and 3, 4 longs. Awesome stuff. Yes, sir. Okay, anything popping, anything gapping up apart from what we looked at? SHC from yesterday was a not so much of a good job from my side, to be honest. I kind of slacked off on that SHC thing. Clearly making a plan and not sticking to it. Anywho, it's part of the deal. Happens once in a while. That's we live and learn, right? Bior. I was looking at it. It was a gapper, and It's been running recently. It's got some really decent run. A bounce from 2s all the way to 5.4 is huge, right? And what was the drug filing therapeutics program? See, these are the things that I don't really, whenever it comes to biotech and they sort of gap up for certain things that are not very concrete. I'm always pessimist on these biotechs that don't have very strong catalysts. So the reason why I left it not on the watch list is because these can really sort of play big games. I mean, it's already, I was looking at it from a possible shorting opportunity. I was looking at it from here, 8, when it was trading around 8, and I was hoping that it stays there by the time the market opens and then it does this. But it's already done it. That's my setup, and it's already done. It's gone. That's why I left it. Maybe I was upset with it. So like, why did you do that before the market opens? It almost seems like this is the market open and it just, yeah. So I don't know, man. This is already done. There's not much. That's why I took it off, because it's now in the middle of nowhere. Now, for some reason, let's say there's a split as well on that one, right? Split 1, 25 to 1, right? There we go, 25 to 1. This day. So splits or reverse splits actually do tend to bring in some decent price action after like a week of its split day. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days later, this is what happened. Biopharma, so reverse split. So that's why I left it, but you can keep it on BIOR, you can keep it, but make sure that this starts to either take out, it starts to move to the upside, or it starts to really sort of, I mean, even if it drops and fills the gap, right? What are you going to take? Just, yeah, it's a bit confusing. If it was staying around here, I was kind of hopeful that it stayed around so I can put it on my watch list. It didn't, so I took it off. But nevertheless, it's definitely bringing, look at the volume that it brought in, right? 56 mil, and then today already on pre-market some decent volume. Yes. Okay, Q. Let me just quickly finish my. TGTX, man, 10 breaks, beautiful, pulls back, beautiful. TME is doing okay. PDD is okay. TAV. Oh, wind was beautiful here. Apparently I traded it here. MLCO, this is the one I missed as well. MLCO was on my swing list. And this day, I think I might have tried it and it knocked me out. Next day, I just didn't. I wasn't really able to take advantage of the gap up. So, yeah, that's the only one I missed. Oh, this one looks beautiful. Yesterday was the entry on it. VKTX and also XS did a good job. Crocs. Just finishing out the list that I have to need to look at. AEO. AEO could set up for possible longs as well. Okay, that's a good one. AEO. Let me put this here. Where are you? Okay, it's already there. YMM. MDGL, also VKTX, MDGL, these both of them are kind of like catalyst to each other. It's team play basically. Volume, bad volume. Beautiful. Renee didn't do it. RXTX is also popping. Dude, the volume on this thing. Okay. Okay, I'm done. So all right. So let's check out the chat. Which one are we talking about? Are we talking about Bior? BIOR? Oasis? First day green, so it could be another good run up ahead. Is that? Yeah, really good. I must agree. Yes, it's got a really decent green day, first day, and then we might have a second day continuation. But pre-market price action is not really sort of helping it. It's gap filling. Now the only reason I would go back into it is if it starts to create some sort of a reversal pattern here and it starts to take out that VWAP and it starts trading over it, which will take a while, which might take a while, right? Then definitely looking at the daily, it seems like a really decent opportunity, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're talking about this one, yeah. So really solid green day, yes, 100%, really solid green day. I'm just a bit worried about this, catalyst for this run. If it's a split catalyst, then they seem to just basically not have that follow through. But then again, if the price action is there, then yeah, you have to look at it and take it into consideration. I'm just waiting for this basically. Even now it's a gap. So we have a close of yesterday was 550s, around 550s, 547s. 540s, right? 540s is still a gap, right? So we are actually trading right over 6, which is a good level to be trading over. So you can say to yourself, as long as it's trading over that 6, it's still a gap up, it's still strong, we might still have that second day continuation. It could definitely, it has the potential to do so. Why? Because of this day with this much volume, there's got to be some follow through, right? If this had much better catalyst, I would be all over it. It just doesn't have a really strong catalyst. But still, I'm gonna, keep it on the side. See if it starts to move. I'll put it on one of my small charts. Let's finish those chartings. So we've got let's add this one just in case. BIOR. BIOR. Why not? I have space. Our BWEN. This thing is fading off. It's taken that 3%. I was kind of hoping it stays above that. It's quite choppy as well. For a catalyst like this, decent catalyst on it, it's not doing what I expected it to do. So something is off. Usually with these kind of catalysts, you will see nice little gap up and then just continues to stay strong, stable trend, and it just stays above that VWAP. But this is on and off of the VWAP. Maybe it's trying to sort of hunt the liquidities. The volume is not there yet. It can bring in some decent volume once the market opens. So right, about 15 minutes or 17 minutes to go to market open. I'm just gonna quickly grab a coffee, which I need, I think, and I'll be back. 5 minutes, guys. Okay, 5 minutes, I'll be back. Okay, here we are. Coffee ready, snacks ready, lock and loaded. Let's do this. So what we are seeing on SPY is kind of interesting. This day did not bring the continuation, so overall generally it still proves to be staying strong. So yesterday, look at this price action. Phooey, apart from this move, everything was chop. Massive chop. It's now trading at 392 something here. Quite a bit of resistance. 394.50. Yes. 392. Those are the levels. Is that 392? 392. So we've got 392 level. Yeah, so we already have this level here. 92, 92, right, okay. All right, so SPY basically is at a daily level, not a very strong one, but 392 is definitely a daily level, as well as an intraday level as well. So we will see whether it has the strength to actually take this out after the open. If it does, then we might see some upward momentum on the SPY, which means all those big names, we could see some move in them, right? For example, our Apple boy. So Apple is also looking decent. How was Tesla doing? Tesla was bouncing really nice. Tesla is relatively strong compared to the market, and it's been not respecting market at all. It just does its own thing, which I can understand. It's got a lot of catalyst and social media and all that, but there's a lot of news behind it. Basically, it's highly news driven, or I would say Twitter driven. Not really Twitter driven, but you know what I mean. Like, just Elon has been really active. He doesn't need to be, you know. Yeah, he doesn't need to be this active. But yeah, I mean, this is bouncing quite strong. We are seeing some sort of a reversal might be coming on, or at least a dead cat bounce from this move. We know that it's really weak. It's been beaten down big time. But with these kind of stock, just remember this stock has hit all-time high of 425 for 415, right? We're not even talking about the reverse splits it's done right after hitting the all-time high, but it's down quite a bit. It's down huge. So there will be dip buyers on this thing, especially if investors come in and think that it's a reasonable price to get in on it. Then yeah, it can drive the price quite high. That could cause a reversal to happen on the stock. Now, whether that's the case or not, it's kind of hard to tell, but recently I've been noticing Tesla is doing some price shift momentum. When I see the intraday price action, it seems like it is much stronger than before when it starts to go up or starts uptrending. Before, when these days when it started to trend higher, there was still heaviness in it. There will still be like, oh, you know what? I want to go high, but there's so much pressure on me. I'm just gonna rest a bit. So now it seems like it wants to. There's a want to go higher, right? So maybe that's a sign. We shall see. Around 2 minutes to the open. Ba-bam, ba-da-ba-da-bam. So SPY has taken out that 392 level, daily level. So yeah, it's, as I said, yeah, it looks like it wants to go. It's got some decent momentum to the upside. So now you see this higher low from this area, this higher low. If this stays true for the next 2-3 weeks, then we might be seeing this final break of this 400 and 410 level, which in turn will put us in kinda, I would say, bull market. Still early to call, guys. There has been a lot of analysts on Twitter, really experts, yeah, the so-called experts. They were saying January 2023, we're going to see 2008 crash. And they were comparing charts, crunching up the charts and sort of making it look like it's going to happen. And a lot of people were buying into that. If you remember 2008, Marcus Open, by the way, best of luck, guys. I was there. 2008, I was there. I wasn't trading as much. I was just beginning. That was crazy times, guys. That was. If you weren't there, you wouldn't know, guys. That's real panic. That's real crisis, bro. Where's the real panic now? Yes, inflation is quite high. Everything else was really expensive, yes. But 2008, people were talking millions of people losing their jobs, businesses completely dead overnight. Dead overnight. Are you telling me you're comparing that scenario to 2023? Dude, come on. I'm just gonna wait about 5-10 minutes, guys. I probably wouldn't pull any trades right now. I don't see anything interesting at this point. I'm just gonna let it relax. Let the price discovery happen, right after the open drive. Usually, that first 5 minutes, it couldn't go up to 15 minutes, even more, but that first 5 minutes can be very, very dangerous. Yeah, I mean, crisis happens because of stupidity, right? Wars happen, at some point we think it's stupid, right? Eventually it exploded, didn't it? Yeah, it was the subprime mortgage crisis, but I'm talking about the situation, right? It was horrible. That was the real crisis. That was the real recession. Dude, we've lived through COVID, bro. We've lived through COVID. What could be worse than COVID, bro? Nothing so far. That's how it is, man. That's always the case. Always the case. I agree. Hands up. Don't even mention it, man. That's a scary thing to even mention. We're not that far off of it. It could, to be honest, the possibility of WW3 happening in these days is very likely. Very likely. There seems to be a battle for the power, right? And a power shift might be coming, right? And that power shift is not gonna go. They're not gonna give it up. They're not gonna give it up easily. So hopefully it doesn't happen. FRO, BWEN. Guys, BWEN, keep an eye on this. 3.9 attacks. I'm looking for possible longs on this one. BWEN. Maybe 4 break. Again, if it does hold, right now, if it starts to hold, maybe I'll start as well. But it's still a bit early for me. But this is a stock that could do it. The stop would be, I would say, around 360 break under. That would be the stop. So if you're taking a 4 break, just consider that 40 cents stop. I'm watching it very closely, guys. Okay, that's a good thing. I wanted to do that. That's a good thing. I wanted to pull back, and I want to see how far does it pull back to? How far does it go? This is beautiful. That's really good. Okay, let it do its thing. The more time it takes, the more I'll be away from that final, the first chop. It's holding those. Ah, shoot. 385. I'm starting 385, guys. 385. Longs, by the way, longs. Only longs. I mentioned this like over and over and over again. This is longs only. And then if it does come back and take out that 360, which means basically under the VWAP, it could be 370, 365. That's where I will get out. I'll probably add at the break of 4.
The seasons come and go like thoughts of you. Like a wave returns to the sea into the blue. They change but in a cycle that I can't lose.
Where is Zell? Where's Snicker? They're still sleeping? Lipo, L-I-P-O is... can you trade L-I-P-O, Oasis? I bet you can't, right? This is a beautiful looking chart for a possible PBAW right now. There it goes. Okay, yeah, this is also one of those that can all day fade. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm keeping an eye on BWAN. I'll trade the Lipo on the side. I want to concentrate on this one for the moment. Gets heavily shorted as it starts to climb back up. So maybe it's trying to... is that a rug pull coming in? Hopefully it's not. It is a rug pull. I'm still relying on this level, as you can see, this level here, guys. This level just needs to close under it for me to get out. So I'm leaving some room, and as you know, it's only a starter. This one is only a starter. I'm gonna build up on it as it starts to move. Only if it starts to move. As long as it's staying over this 360, and if it starts to move over 4, then it will have to stay over 370, 380. But right now is again the initial chop as I expected to. So I'm not going to be really sort of scared out of it. It's only a starter. I'm also watching LIPO right now. I need to... LIPO is testing my patience. Sorry, BWEN. LIPO, I'm still waiting for... oh, it's popping. Okay, I want to see what it does around here. 538. I'm short 538. LIPO 538. LIPO 538. And my stop again, this week confirmed my stop. I can even put my hard stop on the Y562s around that, and that's it. Either it takes that out or it gives me a really decent move down. This, I'm expecting it to take that 5s out and then the 202, there it goes. It still hasn't gone towards 5. I need that 5 to break. And once it breaks that and the 200, then woo boy. But until then, we could have some really chop coming into it. But I want to make sure that I put a hard stop on this one. Why? Because this thing, if it does move, that couldn't move. So it's just going to be like around 561, 562s. That's the hard stop. Why? Because it's already done what I was afraid of. That wick, it's already done the wick. Now I don't need to be. It's created that swing high for me, for my hard stop. So I'm just going to leave it there. BWN is not acting how I want it to, so just gonna have to cut it short here. Still over that level 360 I want to see though. Volume came in huge. This rug pull came in huge. Volume is down at the moment, so I'm watching two things: LIPO short and BWEN long, and I'm just gonna wait up. We might have to be patient with especially BWEN. I might look into adding on LIPO right now. 530. Is the music too loud, guys? Let me know, please. Still waiting on this one. Now on BWN, it's very clear. This swing low, stop under swing low now. I don't need to wait for it to break anything. Now it's broken this 360, well, kinda 365. Now if it takes this out, I'm out. And that's the hard stop. So let me just. You're right. It is too loud for me. It was. That's why I was asking. Yeah, BWN is not looking. I might cut it short as soon as it takes this out. I just wanted to. I gave it enough time and room. Honestly, this is kind of like low of day. So the stop actually is the low of day. Low of the break. So. Fu 2 going for it. This is what I meant. Be careful. This one is long biased. I was long biased on it, so it breaks that 38. Remember I was mentioning this 38 break? So it could definitely come back to it, and if it starts to hold again, that could be another pullback entry for longs on it. Fu 2. And our other SHC. SHC was also one of the long bias one, but it's drifting down. And my music got upset from me and it just stopped. NCS. Okay, so Lipo looking really nice. 5 breaks and we're good to go. Let's go. Let's go. This might be the attack to the 5 and see if we can actually break that. I needed to break it as soon as possible. This attack needs to break this with that volume rising. It seems likely that it will. Come on, baby. We need this level. Actually, you know what? We need this whole level, this area here to break. So BWEN. There it goes. $388 added, $388. Now I definitely want this to be my hard stop. Definitely. Oh. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Halted. Halted. Let's go, baby. Let's go. What an ad. What an ad. I was actually trying to add earlier, but I couldn't. So still, I can't complain. I was going to add at 4 as well, but it's just never going to take me in. Oh shit. Lipo. Oh, Lipo is bouncing, so I'm out. Unfortunately, that's a loser. It just didn't take that 5 out. Yeah, 560 I got out, and it's halted. Is it halted? Yeah. It's halted. Unfortunately, this is the thing. It didn't give me enough for me to take anything, so that's a loser for me. It's fine. One loser from Lipo. Yeah, it was a decent trade. There was nothing wrong with that. Usually these ones, when they do run, when they do fade off, it's all day fader. So it's definitely worth the risk of 1 hour for sure. Oh yeah, I had my hard stop. That's, you know why I put the hard stop on this one. This is the example. Perfect example of why I actually put the hard stop on this, because if this wick didn't happen, it would have been difficult for me to put the hard stop, right? If this wick didn't happen, and if it was trading like this, then I'll have to watch it like a hawk. But because this wick happened, it already made a swing high around that VWAP, then that I can consider, yes, it's actually, you know, penetrated the VWAP, it's done its liquidity hunt, and now I can put behind, it's done its stop run. So the last thing I want to do is get out with the stop run hunt. That's why I'm trying to do that. Now, yeah, hard stop out 1 hour. Well, yeah, let's say 1 hour. I think 1 hour yeah, it's definitely 1 hour. What was your exit on it, Oasis? So I'm putting some limit orders on this one around 480s, 480s, 490s, and if it does go there, I'll get some partials out. Even if it doesn't, as it opens, I'm gonna have to take one partial at least around wherever it opens. Hopefully it's gonna gap up or around the 460s, and once it does, then we're good to go. Okay, all right, cool. Bior is going down as well. I'm ready for BWEN to open so I can take my partial. And this is, yeah. This is probably going to be my trade of the day. And yeah. Look at the risk. Look at the risk. And then look at my partial that's going to happen right now. I love to see that. I love to see that. $450 I got. $450. I'll mark it later, guys. So 450 I got out. I just wished it was better than this, but that's fine, still good. As long as we're staying around here, I'm gonna cancel those at 480s or 490s. Yeah, it's a good trade. Thanks, Oasis. It was worth the risk for sure. That's why I was trying to sort of survive this pullback, because I was expecting this pullback anyways, and it just beautifully climbed up very fast. Usually this takes a long time before it starts to move, It didn't. It actually started to move quite early. So you see the volume that rose up from this break of the VWAP. Just, yeah. It was just too good to miss out on the re-ad as well. For the ad. It's just choppy. Lipo, I was kind of hoping it will be very clear, cleaner. It just, yeah, it's these small stocks, they can be played around very easily, as you can see. It's just now chopping around, high of day break, high of day rejection came in, 6 is the level that it needs to break. And I think, I still believe in this to be the fader, but I'm gonna wait for any setup to happen for me to take it, because they can chop you to death before it actually starts to move. Okay, so BWEN is looking really nice right now. I'm happy with what it's doing. Oh yeah, lovely, looking good. Come on, let's break that for 6-4 470s. Let's go squeeze some more, baby. Squeeze some more. Let's go, baby. This is actually at the add point right now. I'm just worried about that 480 and also 5 area right there. But it's a good area here right now. As you can see, rejection coming in from the high of day strongly as well. Volume came in. I'm going to be quite patient with this BWEN for a second or third partial. I'm waiting for my second partial on this. Come on, BWN. Broadwind. Didn't even know it was called Broadwind. Dude, I don't like what it's doing right now. I don't want to take my partial here because I'm going to regret it. And if I don't take it, I'm going to regret it as well if it does drop down. But I have plenty of room for it to work out, so... Oh, BIOR. There's a lot of pressure on this one. So on this one, on the remaining batch, I wouldn't want it to go be trading under 4 if it does pull back there. But then again, if it does pull back and starts to hold, there might be other opportunities on it. So I'm not too worried about it unless it really washes down big. In that case, 385, 387s probably would be the exit. CVAC was a nice little drift down. Very choppy today, Oasis. Very choppy. I don't see anything. Do you see anything on your setup? I don't see anything. The only thing I saw was that LIPO, and it just didn't work out. Don't see anything else. Nothing at all. Nothing, exactly. Nothing, none whatsoever. Just nothing. I could have easily come out of LIPO earlier, right? On this one earlier, like here when it was bouncing from this 5. This level was quite strong, I must say. It was just every time. But here's the thing. When these, it just bounces off a level, that's to be expected. As long as it doesn't go beyond that. But this whole thing happened so quickly. I think this is a short here, right there. But that's not the setup. Anyways, so what I'm trying to say is, like, it's definitely sometimes worth that 1 hour loser for you to risk it not taking out. Now imagine if you took it out here or here on the break even, right? This spikes up to VWAP and rejects and then continues to take this out. Now once I said 5 gets taken out, I want to short this right now. 5 gets taken out, 480 gets taken out, and then after that it's just a pure fade for the day. Pure fade. Because at that point longs are given up. Longs have given up at that point. So it is one of those nice losers that you take and say to yourself, well done, pat on the shoulder, and say, well, I followed the steps. Actually on MBWEN is not too bad actually right now. Just a bit choppy. $45 days of trading. 45 days of trading, you'll be broke. No, you won't be. You follow the rules. Like, listen, this is 1 hour loser, right? you gotta keep grinding it out, because the next win is gonna take over your. It's gotta take over your 2-3 losers. So in these trades that you take, they all have the potential to actually give you 3-4 plus Rs easily. It's just sometimes doesn't work out. That's part of the deal. Look at Futu, look at SHC. SHC, I did mention that this is a long biased stock. I might get into it for the second day. Right. I needed to pull back a little bit though. This is too stretched out for the intraday. I'm just wait for it to play some sort of a pattern here, then I might get in for the second day. And our Futu as well, as I mentioned, be wary of shorting this thing, because I was short biased on it for the last few days, but yesterday was a sign that maybe big money is in it, something's we don't know, and it just held it. So that's why you see that yesterday's close, breaks it, comes back, never breaks that low, close, never goes from green to red, right? Stays over green, and then eventually so this is a big miss from me, to be honest, because this is something that I was mentioning that I want to join, as well as HSHC. If HSHC creates something, it's barely went red from green to red and then back straight to green. So it's still holding on its green day for the day. So second day continuation could come in on this one, as well as on the Futu's already come in. So yeah, I think, but you can't say that. It's probably is because when you do win, hold on, that's not focusing with the camera. What's happening? Okay, I think that should focus now. It's not focusing. Anyways, it feels like that in the beginning. It's and sometimes over the course of like 2, 3, 4 days you will feel like that, because at the end of the day, these trades that you take have less than 50% probability, right? Well, for me it's like 50%, but the potential for high reward is there. That's the thing. Potential for high reward is there, right? You might scalp here and there, a few losers, but one winner. Sometimes one of my winners can wipe out like 10 losers, right? So you just gotta trust that and just carry on grinding it away every day. SSC is taking out the 18s. There's nowhere that I can get in on this one. I want to get in, but there's no way it's allowing me to. I would like it to be pulling back and then create some sort of a pattern here, price action, and then on the break of that I could probably get in, but right now it's kind of difficult. Where are you going to put the stop? If you get in, let's say on the break of 18, where are you going to put the stop? Here? No, it's not going to work unless there's nothing to put the stop on. I need the price action to happen here, some sort of a swing low over, ideally on that VWAP, so I can put my stop in. Yeah, rules are keeping you alive, keeping you like surviving in this game. That's why rules are there, and if you apply and respect those rules, it's gonna save you a lot of headache in the long run. There it goes, BWN. There comes the volume. There comes the volume, bro. 436. Ooh, it just popped. And then all of a sudden dropped. So I'm kind of curious though. It just went up like literally like about, let's say 43 cents, so 30 cents straight away. within like seconds. Volume picked up also huge, but then it got rejected, so it's getting heavily shorted. On LIPO, I still am looking for some opportunities on it. I'm waiting for this trend line to get broken. But then even before that, this area that's holding up nicely around is a good sign, but the confirmation probably could come in. Now, by the time this trend line catches up, this whole the 200 EMA is going to catch up. Trend line is going to catch up. 5 is there, so you know, waiting for it to wash under 5 would be a really ideal scenario for that setup. Really ideal scenario. So there's still one more opportunity left on this, I must admit. Only if it does that though. Look at the level, right? 200 EMA, 5. You've got your trend line there just above, but you know, you get the idea, right? But I really want to start right now. But anyways, let's watch BWEN. Just still playing around. Just worried about the volume isn't going down. It's actually a bit unusual. The pullback is okay. I'm okay with the pullback as long as there's decreasing volume overall. Overall, there is decreasing volume, I must say. But these volumes are just a bit... These volumes, they're a bit scary. Kind of looks heavy as well. Yeah, it definitely looks heavy. I mean, on this one, you know, I'm not too worried, to be honest, because there's not much of a follow through on the pullback. Yes, there's a push down, right? But it's doing it slowly. It's not really sort of taking it aggressively and keep, you know, carrying on with the momentum to the downside. So I'm waiting for it. As I mentioned, like I was expecting bigger pullback. Usually it's pullback like these 4.3s and then it starts to go, but it didn't. This is a bit worrying, yes, but then again, from this move all the way to this is about 50% pullback, and even for that area, this level is a huge level that could actually hold. So I'm waiting for this zone here. If it does pop or drop to that zone and then it starts to bounce, might be another opportunity for me. SHCs are looking nice now, much better now. SHC looking much better. Okay, let's have a look at SHC. Looking for long on SHC. $93, $17.93. Gonna start here. $17.93. Might be a bit early, but I'm always early. That's my problem. Stop is going to be, as you can see, quite a lot of confluence of levels there when it did actually spike down. around 1768, 1765 could be the stop. So I'm gonna go and try on this one because I wanted to get in on the second day continuation on this one, and hopefully this stays over the VWAP. As long as it stays over the VWAP, I am good with it, and it could take a while. This is not kind of like a momentum chase, it's more of a bigger picture continuation kind of thing. Lipo. Lipo is on that trend line, as you can see, which is respecting, is bouncing from, so I'm keeping an eye on that as well. Look at Amazon. Boy, oh boy, Amazon. What a strength. What a strength. Look at Tesla. Tesla, look at that. Push. So this is gonna pull the SPY with it, right? I mean, the SPY is gonna start to climb up now. It should, right? It should start to break this trend line, and when it does, and it's also this level held, as you can see, this level, I think that's a daily level. Although some chop here, but it actually came back down, bounced off of it. So that looks like a nice little area for, yeah. Anyways, back to the one that's kind of giving me a bit of a like uncertainty is this guy. It's back on the 4, so I was kind of like, that's my last resort. And if it does take that out, I've got to exit this thing. You know, I've given it enough room for that pullback that I was expecting. Yes, pullback was expected on it, but I wasn't really ready for this much of a pullback. I was kind of anticipating it as the worst case scenario, like if it does pull back and it takes out that 4. The worst case scenario is it takes out that 4, takes out my stop, and then goes. Which I think it's planning to do. I was kind of hoping like this will have another push, maybe over 5s, and we're going to have a really decent squeeze, which this stock can do it. This stock has the potential to do it. That's why I'm actually giving it room. Otherwise, I wouldn't. I would have exited here on the break of this. Somewhere there, especially when I saw that. Definitely, but now I'm giving it room. It's probably going to be worth it. It's still heavy. It hasn't done anything to tell me that it's a bounce. Bior is bouncing. Bior is coming with a bounce, strangely. Some volume coming in, so this could be it. It's almost went red from the close. It went under the close of yesterday. So went from green to red and then back in. So this could be one of those that's similar to SHC. Could play out to be some long opportunities on this. We have 606. This is not a halt, is it? Is this a halt? Can't be, right? Or could be. Seems like a halt, this one, right? Yeah, Thingy is not doing well as well, HSC. I'll probably exit this if it stays closing under 1768. Yeah, that SHC is also at that level where, you know, it's testing that this area here. Fro actually went, okay, Fro is looking not too bad. Fro, but is this one of the, yeah, Fro is looking okay. 1380, 1360, so keep an eye on Fro, Oasis. FRO. Keep an eye on it. Definitely worth keeping an eye on. If you're still here. Awesome stuff. Fro looking good. I'm looking for it as well. Add on the SHC. Not yet, no. I'm not gonna add on SHC because I need to make sure that 18 breaks on it. So now clearly stop could be easily right there. Still that 200 is there, so you could put it way under the 200. It looks good. Yeah. I'm really hoping Fro actually takes out, we went a little bit further beyond that, but I might start here on Fro. Actually, I might start here, guys. 1365, 1360. As soon as I get the confirmation, I'm gonna start, and then I would expect it to bounce towards the VWAP. If it does, it's even better. 1360, 68. Okay, that's the bounce coming in. Let's see how far it goes. This is the question. Okay. Okay, 1368, I'm in, 1368. It's early, there's no confirmation, but I just sometimes like to do these things. It's not part of the system, but it's just tape reading and stuff like that. But sometimes I'm wrong on this bad. But yeah, I'm in, and just stop is going to be always the break of the VWAP at this point, because it's going to attack that VWAP. In fact, 1380, over 1380 would be the stop. Not huge stop, actually 10-cent stop in my opinion. There's no confirmation yet. That's why you wait for the confirmation. 1360 is like a break, but then that's pretty normal once it starts to wash. There's an area 1360, as you can see from here, has been bouncing quite a bit. So hopefully this is the pullback, not a reversal, straight V reversals. I'm watching that VWAP area for me to get some ads on it if it starts to show some sign of weakness. There it goes. 1360. We'll see if it does take out 1360s. I think it's too early to take it out, but it's fine if it doesn't take out now. This is what I mean, like sometimes I'm a bit early. I'm gonna not deny that. The better entry was here, 1370. You see at least some sort of a confirmation that is actually paused. Well, I rely on the tape quite a bit for my first entry. And then I can always add if it starts to work. Like right now, you know, I'm looking for that add. Now this is the clue. This bounce, I would like to see what it does, this bounce. And this is the clue here. Okay. Wait for it. Come on. 66 is the add. I added on it as well. 66. No problem. Now I would really like it to break that 1360s. This second entry, Oasis, is the entry for this setup. That is the main entry. Because let me explain why I say that. Okay, so we have no confirmation here at all. This was a clue, not a confirmation yet, but this was a confirmation, right? And then last gasp, right? And then that like really decent entry area. So yeah, I've been naughty. Sorry. $13.60 needs to break. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Break 360s. It's attacking that. Sees quite a bit of thingies coming along. Still holding. Once it breaks that 1360, if it does, it didn't. Came back in. Alright, let's see if it attacks it again. 1362s right now on the bid. 1362s. Quite a bit of numbers there. That's fine. We've got matching numbers. Therefore balanced. 1365, 64s. So some buying pressure coming in, but also heavy aggressive selling coming in as well. So yeah, it's kind of at this point not clear yet. If anything, it's got a little bit of a bounce coming in. Yeah, I really would have liked this one to stay under. Now it's back again to 1360 is not really a good sign. So the decision needs to be made. Am I gonna stick with my original stop, which is VWAP? The volume is dying down. Even on the break we had some decent volume, which was hopeful. Yeah, just gonna wait and see. If this breaks, this high breaks, then could look into exit. But still, you know, it's a small, very small average. 1368, 66s, 1370, 78s, 10 cents, around 10-12 cents. Stop. Okay, it's building that volume as well, so all right, I'm out. 1372, 1372. I am out. 1372 right there, and it's gonna obviously come back down now. Not much, you know. My original stop would have been 1378 around this area here, so really not as much as I would have. I don't mind re-entering this, honestly. I don't mind if the rejection comes in again. I don't mind re-entering, because I was kind of expecting that 1360 was a level that was holding, and it's going to take a while for it to break that. Once it breaks it, it's going to be smooth sailing. I'm also keeping an eye on LiPo, which is kind of really looking like where's my other it's kind of where's the high of this? Yeah, on the floor, to be honest, the daily is really good. I don't know why I exited so early. I might re-enter it. I just think I enter early and exit early as well. That's me. But system wise, I think you should stay in it until the VWAP break. VWAP is very close to the recent high, so it's better to stick to the VWAP. Yeah, SHC 1768, I'm out. SHC is not doing anything. I was kind of hoping it will. It didn't. So SHC is out. SHC out. Somewhere there, basically, 1768. I just didn't like. I waited for this pullback, and then it bounced back in and then came back down to the same area I wanted to get out, so didn't like it. That's a loser as well. And I'm gonna try the thingy again, guys. FRO with the VWAP as a stop. This time I'm gonna stick to it. 1368, 1368, 1368 FRO. 1368. 1368. Come on, this time around. You've got to be doing something. There it goes. Come on, that's what. Oh, couldn't you do that earlier, man? What the frick? If you waited on the second attempt, it's really nice. I must say that's a good patience from your side. It's actually a much better entry in my opinion, because that's the second variation. Second variation is always like much more much stronger basically. So now I can definitely sort of rely on the VWAP exit because it's close to this spike. Oh, it's not even a spike, it's just a swing high. And yeah, I can wait up on it, be patient with it. Oh dude, are you serious right now? SHC, man. I'm not gonna retake it. I'm not gonna retake SSC. Although I want to join that second day continuation, but I'm not gonna take it. And this is my first exit here. First exit was kind of okay based off of the swing high. But we know that this is getting a little bit congested right now before it starts to make its way. And our LiPo decided to move. LiPo decides to move now. All right, here we go. LiPo, let's go. All right, let's see if LiPo is going to give us anything. It'll be interesting. LiPo. I'm going to add on BWEN 429. BWEN, adding long BWEN 429. Oh, there's a lot of things happening, guys. It's too busy today. I am too busy. Too busy losing on others. Just right at the... So one ad, pretty much this partial that got taken out here, added back in. And I can still hold on to it at the break of 4. So at the break of 4, I'll exit this without any damage, honestly. Yeah, LiPo, I'm watching LiPo. Yeah, for sure. LiPo is good. LiPo is looking good for sure. Things are moving now. So LiPo. LiPo, I might start a bit early. I know it's not the same setup, but it's the different setup. So I'm gonna start just under 5 now. LiPo 503, 497. There's some spread though. I need it to relax a bit. It needs to relax a bit. This is quite a bit of spread. Okay, now it's getting tighter. That's good. Okay, it's much better. Now I need it to be under. If the ask comes under 5, I'll take it. If the ask comes under 5, 499, 48, 498. So watching. $505. 503s, I'm in, why not? 503s, guys. 503s, LiPo short. 503s. Let's go. I'm expecting this to come back in a little bit. But as long as it doesn't stay over 5 for a long time, it's fine. If it starts to come back in, 502, 510, 512s, and then it starts to hang around there, then I'll exit it. But I would like to hold it until the EMA break now. Yes, sir. And also on the FRO, I might add 1365. I would like it to break that 1360. Once it does, I might add to it. Oh, SHC, bro, you took me out and now you're about to go. Ah, SHC. I know I'm over trading this. Today is very highly over trading. $17.90, what is it, 95? $17.95. SHC $17.95. One more try, why not? Again, just remember these are early entries. It hasn't actually broken that 18. The main entry is on the break of 18, unsuccessful break. So I'm kind of hoping it does, so it gives me another opportunity to take long, or add, sorry. Okay, Lipo is doing okay. I was expecting that. So Bray, it comes back over 5, and now it starts to create that proper confirmation. So yeah, that's fine. I'm not worried about that at all, as long as it stays under that 200 EMA in the trend line. Lipo is fine. And our FRO is kind of hanging there, very close to 1360s. The more it attacks it, the higher chance of it breaking it. Quite a bit of things going on right now. So in on this one, short 502s. 502s or 503s, whichever it was. 502s, I guess. And I'm in on BWEN. Long, partial long with a stop just over break even. So really looking good. I'm gonna add on the 1360. I'm gonna have to look at the thingy on FRO. FRO I'm in as well, short here. Let's do that. Short, and then guy got spiked out and then re-entered. I'm waiting for that 1360 to break so I can add to it. That's the idea. And Lipo looking really juicy right now, actually. Right now, looking not so bad. This is actually one M200 strategy right now. So that entry is actually another add point for me if it actually closes like this. It really didn't strongly close though. So I'm just going to wait for this to take out. This low gets taken out. 498. I'll add to it. 498 I'm going to add to Lipo, LIPO. And FRO just bounced again. That's typical FRO. Lipo. Lipo 498, I'm in 498. 498. Pretty much similar areas. What am I doing? Right at the lows. Average is about 5 basically, right? Average is 5. This one, it could pull back towards 513s, 515s. This area here, it could bounce towards that. So I'm gonna try to withstand that with this one. But once it breaks that 5 and stays under that, I wouldn't like it to come back over 5. So at this point, if it does break towards that 514, 15, it's fine. Lipo, 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 Lipo. Come on, Lipo. Just volume is dying down. Kind of expected from these kind of names. Just gonna keep it on the side there. Let's watch our BWN. Not doing much. FRO. FRO is attacking that low again. So the more, as I said, the more it attacks, the more explosive the break will be. 1360 is getting hit. Volume should come in now. Fro. There's still quite a lot of... Yeah, Lipo is bouncing, which I was expecting 514, 15s. Now I would like that rejection coming in. I don't like it to be closed over the EMA, the Lipo. But Fro is doing okay. Fro is about to break that 1360. There's, I think, there might be hidden seller, hidden buyer there. $530 is a better area. On Lipo, to be honest, 530 is a better area, but then again, 520 rejection is fine on Lipo. We're still, this 1360, there's definitely a hidden buyer there. Definitely, it's still holding on. As much as selling happening, it's soaking it in. But if that lifts though, it's going to be as explosive. 1359 is not much, 57, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that break. Now on Lipo, here's the thing. Lipo, I am gonna, you can be a bit aggressive on the stop, whereby you put the stop on the break of that. I still think it's a bit early. 520 on the break of this swing high. It still hasn't created that swing high. So this could jam around and, you know, right here, it could play around between that level. Now it's better. Now it looks better. Honestly, if it does come back now under 5, I might add to it with some decent size, and that's going to look really good because the stop is really nice on this. And our Fro is looking good as well. Fro is looking kind of decent, so... Come on, Fro. Come on, there we go. There we go, let's continue. Let's have that follow through now. Don't be a jerk. Oh, there's a lot of buying coming in. Okay, well, that's fine. As long as you're staying under that 1360, I'm good to go. I would like you to stay under 1360 for the next 2-3 bars. Once you do that, there we go. There we go. Let's go, baby. All right, we're comfortable now with you. Alright, now we need to, man, just don't bounce like that, man. Just the follow through. Come on, bring us some follow through, bro. Unfortunately, my stop still is over this zone. there's not much I can do. I would really like it to go under around 1350s. Go to 1350s and create some sort of a swing high. Then I can put my stop on the high of swing high, which is going to be close to break even, and then I can let it work itself out. Look at the volume that came in for the break of that 1360, right? That got taken out. But then we're having another bounce coming in. Just waiting, being patient with this one, and also Lipo is bouncing somehow. Okay, all right, Fro, let's go. Fro, let's go. Let's leave Pro alone. Let's go back to, oh, no, this is looking okay. This is looking good. This is looking real good. Just need that volume to come in on this one. The volume somehow is just lacking on this. Just died down, as you can see, for the last part. We had some decent volume on this push down, but now we should receive the volume coming in if it starts to take that 5 out and it starts to move. So volume not being there for the pullback is perfectly fine with me. All right, let's get ready. It hasn't done anything yet. 5 needs to break. Just a chop at the moment, honestly. So, oh SHC, oh SHC, oh SHC. Wow, CVAC just went. CVAC just... Okay, that's... Yeah, okay. CVAC, remember? I was expecting short on it, but it just wasn't clean enough for me to take anything. But that's the typical daily. Remember yesterday we talked about Oasis. If you're watching this, so that first potential red, the extension, that is beautiful. But the intraday, I don't like the price action. It just wasn't very clean, as you can see. Not very clean. It would have been nice if it was cleaner. Fro is doing okay, and our Lipo, I'm waiting for that as well. So Spy, no, Spy is drifting down now. It's not really, it hasn't really done okay. B1, 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 do you want to go? Do you want to go? Do you want to go, B1? Do you want to go? B1, do you want to go? Let's go. Oh shit. Oh shit. Out. Out. 380. Out. 385's break even. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. Shit, I was kind of hoping this is gonna halt now, right? From there to there. 420s, 430s, almost halted, and it just boom. No way. Could have exited on the 4 just before, but it just couldn't. Anyway, so that's been fun. That's been fun. I just got a little bit on this partial, and then the rest just got stopped out for a small loser. That's fine. Fairly anything on this one. I was really hoping this is gonna bring up some decent thingy. What is it called? Like returns. Unfortunately, it didn't. It's fine. It's one of those things. Especially with this ad, I was kind of hoping this push was like, yes, it's about time now. It pushed and it just completely got wrecked. It was just waiting for it. So yeah, it's unfortunately I got a worst case scenario on it. Again, what's going to PNL wise, it's not the stop that got hit is the worst case scenario, because I wasn't expecting this from this move, right? I was really hoping this would just curl back up, take that 5 out, and off it goes. So it didn't do that. Didn't do that. So now looking at this looks beautifully, looks like a short. But I'm not gonna touch it because it's a lot of games being played on this one right now. You see this move here? Just that market maker or whoever is in control of this is just playing around, getting the runs, getting the stops, trapping the bull, trapping the bears, everything. Lipo, I'm still in it. I'm not worried about this Lipo yet. Lipo, I'm just waiting for that 5 to break. If it does break, it will start to move. And on that 5 break, I might even add one more last portion. It's not curling. It's not curling. Is like a this shape, like a U shape, right? It's actually curling to the. This is what's the opposite of curling, right? It's looking heavy. This is what we call looking heavy. Unless obviously things can change easily, right? It could just spike up. That's a different scenario. If market maker or something big holding this thing just decides to take the other side of the trade, then yeah, it can do that. But generally speaking, if you look at this, it's a curl down, not curl up. Yeah, you took Lipo, what, for long or short? After the doji, so I believe it probably is here. 508. It's a good entry, very good entry. What's your entry? What's your entry on it? Fro is paying us. Fro is paying us. If you want to bank. But I'm not going to bank yet on Fro. 502 after the doji. 502. What, here? Right there? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean that's a good entry, I would say. Definitely better than mine, for sure. But you just got to make sure that your stop is not too tight, because it is just in that quiet period. It's in that quiet period, but once it takes that 5, the potential for it is there quite a bit. You see this potential here? This potential, the void, that is the potential I'm talking about. So right now, as you can see, this level here is still struggling on that level, 5 level basically. Just need to take that out. Fro is slowly drifting down. It just bounces, slowly drifts down, bounces. And SHC is still playing around with me. It hasn't really broke out yet. SHC. Oh, BWEN looks very good for a short right now. BWEN looks really decent. Right now, 402 with a break of 415 being short. 402. I might trade it on the side, guys. It's dangerous, but yeah, it's juicy. Yeah, I know. I think yeah, it's good. It's good. Right now it's getting to a quiet times anyways, so oh shit, Lipo is gone. Hold on, Lipo is back up again. I might exit this, guys. It hasn't really continued. It hasn't continued, so boom, boom, boom. Okay, wait for this candle to close for me. Wait for this candle. Lipo waiting for this candle to close. Hopefully it's not going to close very strong. And I'm trading the B1 as well. Great. So much. I shouldn't be doing this. Just over trading, man. Just over trading like crazy. So Lipo, I don't like it. I'm just gonna try and hit the bid 512s. If I get it, then I might exit it. I just don't like it, but I like what I see on BWE and though 512. That 512. If 513 is okay as well, I'll take 513. 513s. There's pressure coming in. There's pressure coming in, but it's just not going anywhere. It's just dead. But I think, you know, this one, Lipo, the thing is, you know, it's like once it starts to fade off, it's gonna fade off nicely. That's the issue here. 517s. Yeah, volume picking up now. 521. I'm out. It's just, yeah, 521. Yeah, I'm out of that. Out of that. Just wanted to wait for this candle. It's a good thing that I waited, because that candle could have easily, this is what I wait for. Candle could have easily like closed like this and then carried down. The last thing you want to do is exit on this candle. And now the second candle that goes trying to take the high of that, yeah, that's a perfect exit. Beautiful. I'm okay. I'm okay with that, actually. With that exit, I'm perfectly fine. I'm happy with it. So Lipo has been playing us a big time. Lipo played us big time. Oh, hard stop. Whereabouts hard stop on this? 518, 520s? Yeah, you did. Now it looks like it's curling. Now it looks like it was curling. But I still think it doesn't really have that much momentum to take out the VWAP. I still think that. But we are trading quite tight ranges, so we do get stopped out. Like we do get spiked out of trades quite a bit. Yeah, now it's definitely curling. But it's not like I would when we talk about curling, it's more like I'll show you an example if I can. Today there was no example. But curling. I don't like BWN either. Yeah, I'm out. Break even on it. Okay, 524 is fine. Very similar to my exit. 521 or 22 was my exit. Honestly speaking, Oasis today has been difficult for PBW because there's no follow through. Although it seems to work, but there's no follow through. Like for example, I'm still in Fro, right? And it's just that follow through that I was expecting from this is not there at all. Like, so it's not very clean. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm in is basically SHC, and this froze again, just playing around. Volume picked up here on this. I don't like that at all. So my stop is gonna come down. I'm just gonna be a little bit aggressive on the stop. Maybe around this break-even area, the stop is gonna be break-even because this little swing is there. I would like it to be bigger swing than this to base my stop, but I can't risk this to go all the way to VWAP and then take my stop out now. You see the volume picks up. Volume picking up is not good for me on the bounce. So I've given as much as I can for this 1370s to 1350s. There was 20 cents move on it, but as you know, I look for much bigger moves. And then this one, daily is there. You know, there's daily is there for big moves. And Lipo, look at this, daily is there. Which other shorts did we take? We didn't take any other shorts, did we? No, the other one I was mentioning was CVAC, but we missed that. But again, you see that when I look for dailies on these things, look at that. Look at the move that it does, the potential, right? So no, those two trades only. So I think looking at the P&L, yeah, it's definitely red, but you know, it is part of the game, man. It's gonna. Now let's analyze. Did we follow our rules? We did. This was a good trade. Exit was a really good one. This was a good trade. Exit was a really good one. Did we, like, yes, we could have read that, oh, this is hanging around, maybe even curling and exit a bit early. No, that would void the trade, because what if it's staying there to break that 5? And if it does break that, it goes explosive. And what are you going to do then? That's a clear break of the rule, right? Because you didn't really stick to the original idea, which was just basically to wait for the EMA close and then exit after that. In this case, we did that perfectly, and I'm just perfectly fine with that. No rules broken there. On this one, I must admit, your entry of 502 is much better than my entry of under 5s on average. My average was 5, yours was 502, much better. 100% I agree. But with this one, the reason why I took it early is because this was trading in a congested area, up and down between this trend line, and it's getting tighter and tighter. Once that breaks, usually the moves is quite explosive and it just carries on, but it didn't. But I would rather be in it with something to begin with. That's why I take early entries. But rules of the setup would be where you took it, whereby I mean anywhere there, anywhere here, this area would have been fine with the break of this swing high, which is kind of fine. 524, 521s, perfect, right? So yeah, HSC and Fro, I mean, I'm just gonna watch those and look at this. It's just playing around, isn't it? Just bounces and come back down. So this is actually really good for me, because once this starts to trade under here, I can easily put this right there and just leave it alone and let it do its thing. And if it does, this has potential, definitely. We've got huge room, 13 17s and then 13s, and then ooh, boy oh boy. That's the only trades that I'm in. And also HSC, you know, this one has just been like so this one spikes me out, and then I enter again. I don't let it spike me out again, but I should be careful. If it does take this low out, I should be out on it. This is long term anyways, so I don't mind giving it a short few losers on it. Ideally, you want to, on these ones, the stop has to be quite big. Like I'm talking about, you know, green to red stop. This area here, or maybe even low of day. But I'm tight on these. Okay, Fro is looking good. Just when I say I'm gonna leave now, Fro does this. And Bior is going for it. And it's a halt, right? It's a halt. It's a halt. Bior. This one second day continuation continued really nicely. This was the second day. But I wasn't sure about the catalyst behind this. I wasn't really sure about the catalyst at all. Really? How so? The first loser? Which one was it? On Fro? I believe you're talking about Fro, right? It's good, yeah. I mean, you're just nice and quiet, slow, but I don't like slow. I love massive moves and taking advantage of the momentum. I just don't like the slow moves. I think it must have been Fro, right? Choppy day overall. Look at this SPY, right? Look at SPY doing 393.16 and then low of 391. So it's less than $3 range, just chop. goes up and down, and this level, just get rid of it. It doesn't respect it at all. 393 and then 391.40, so less than $3. Bior goes crazy now. Bior goes crazy. Fro. I'm pretty sure it's Fro, because that's the first trade we took as that setup. Yeah. We didn't take anything else. Yeah, that's the first one. Again, the first exit from my side is a bit aggressive. Honestly, that exit here was the exit. That's definitely aggressive. We shouldn't have been out on it at all, because, why do I say that? Well, you can exit on the break of this. Yes, that's okay if your position sizing was in a way that you only risked above this. But beyond that, just beyond that, like 2-3 cents beyond that, we've got EMA, we've got VWAP, right? So it's wise to wait for this break, these bigger level breaks, to get out, than just break of the previous swing high. So for me, the exit was based off of the tape and the price action at that point. I saw volume rising a little bit, and then I was afraid that this is going to spike, which these things can. That's why I took it out. But then re-entry, re-entry was a good area. Similar areas, shouldn't have been out on it in hindsight, obviously. And just looking for bigger moves on this. It might never come, but I'm slowly drifting towards stopping my break even, stopping on break even. If it takes this out, I'm stopping break even. That's fine, even though the VWAP is there, because at this point, if it doesn't go, then it's a chop, right? And even reversal. So I don't want to get caught in that. So Fro was definitely good, because you have to remember it was the setup. Okay, it was definitely a setup. Lipo was definitely a setup, 100%. This was definitely, I was early on it, I will agree. Look at this now it wants to drift down. I think this is, they all gonna start to move if I leave the stream. It's just waiting for me to leave. I can guarantee you that. Anyways, those are the trades I took. So red on Lipo over 1R, one close to maybe even 2R on this. This was not big. This one is definitely 1R, so 1.5R I think. BWN is kind of like a very like a break-even thing. BWN, I was kind of hoping for big on that one. And Fro is also obviously this one was a very tight loser. It should have been here, but then that's fine. This is still carrying on. So now it depends on this one. If this gives me a decent move, then we might not be as bad of a red for the day. At this point, I think I'm looking at about -2R, -2, just over 2R red. 2R red is fine. Look, 2R red, I'll take it any day. Not all day, not every day, but any day that's difficult to trade. And today has been difficult. Like The ones that I was expecting to move just didn't. Not always they will always, but I was okay with all of them. I was happy with all of them. All of the trades we took. Look at this. Look at this game that's gotten played, and I was part of the game. Right? So trap, and then carries on. This has a decent catalyst, as I mentioned. There was a 175 million deal of some sort or something like that, right? And then SHC again. SHC, yeah, because of SHC, it's a bit more, yeah. SHC was also a loser. But that's, again, bigger picture. I'm re-entering it. I've re-entered it, which means it can take me out here. I'll still be okay. Fro is just shopping around, bro. Just chopping around. Like, just isn't going anywhere. I'm gonna keep an eye on this one in SHC, guys. That's pretty much it for the day. SHC, I might exit. Again, 1760 break, I will exit that. And Fro, as long as it's staying under the swing high, 1367, so break even, I'll stay in it for hopefully bigger move under 1350. Once 1350 breaks, we've got 1320. 1320 is quite a long way to go, so I'm hoping if it does that. If it doesn't, that's fine. Red day for the day. Thank you very much. Let's go. Anyways, part of the game, guys. Let's come back tomorrow fresh and start over again. All right. I'll see you tomorrow, Oasis. How about that? Tomorrow's what? Thursday. So hopefully Thursday is going to be good. All right, buddy. Take it easy. Been nice trading with you. And we will catch one really decent one. Don't worry. Fishing today was not that great. The weather was too sunny. we need the weather to be raining. All right, buddy. Have a good one. Take it easy.